Group H. South Korea 2, Ghana 3. The Black Stars pick up a victory over the Taeguk Warriors. A crucial victory here. Well, let's start with Korea for now. I think supporters of Cho Gui-sung have been vindicated. He made a big difference in this match, not just in the 2 goals that he scored, but he was the best player on the pitch today for Korea. Hwang Wei-jo, his form dropped off from that game against Uruguay, I felt. And there's a question of whether or not he really is the same player that he was last year when he was plying his trade for his club in France. He was not good with the hold-up play, wasn't clinical, nor does he really have any aerial presence on the pitch, I feel. Whereas Cho Gui-sung, he fits all those boxes. He's big, he's aerially great, he has scored a lot with his runs and his excellent leaping ability for his club. I think he's going to get a big move from the K-League to possibly a European club for next season. For the most part, I think Paulo Bento made okay subs, aside from Hwang Wei-jo. But I was confused as to how he set up Korea with Kwon Chang-hoon and Kim Sung-yu. Just because Kim Sung-yu is usually picked for his distribution and his ability to play on the ball, but Korea didn't really get pressed. So I question whether or not they really needed him. His shot stopping was not good. Kwon Chang-hoon feels like he's sort of become a liability for this team. He's only left-footed, and he's not very good at that either. He looked a little bit nervous every time he touched the ball. Very slow, timed passing, can't defend well. Gave up possession a lot, I feel like. Whereas Kang Lee-in, I feel like he needs to be playing every game for Korea, especially the last one against Portugal. I understand why Korean fans are incensed about this, because the game was very tightly contested. In the first 20 minutes, they were noted by large amounts of possession that Korea had and the chances they produced in the box. If Lee Kang-in starts, it could very well have changed the entire complexion of the match in the beginning instead of, just changing the game after halftime. And I feel like Son Heung-min's set pieces were not well taken, but Lee's deliveries were almost always dangerous. And we saw how good he can be when he came on against Uruguay. But for some reason, Paulo Bento still decided not to play him. So, yeah, I understand the frustration, Korea. That whole thing at the end about the referee blowing the whistle before the corner is taken, wrong call. I feel like the officiating today in a lot of these games was not good, but at the end of the day, Korea lost this match because they got outplayed, and they didn't capitalize on the chances they had, especially early on. For Ghana, they're in the driver's seat in this group. If they can get a draw against Uruguay, it should be enough if Korea fails to defeat Portugal. But I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement for Ghana, because if they really want to make the round of 16, if they really want to make an impact in this tournament, I feel like some of the substitutions by Otto here were done a little bit too late. The Ayew brothers were clearly tired. I think they should have came off earlier, because of the fact they were tired, the midfield was further weakened, and this mounted to a lot of pressure on the defenders, which led to the goals from the Koreans. And also, playing defensive when you have many minutes to end the game is almost suicidal, because it puts too much pressure on the back line and it leads them to potentially making some costly errors that could lead to penalties or free kicks given in a very liberal position on the pitch. Ghana was a little bit lucky to not have conceded after the score was 3-2, I felt. And going forward, they really need an experienced and I think full-time coach, maybe a little bit of a more disciplined back line. But they're scoring goals, which was a concern heading into this World Cup. They've scored 5 goals now, and Mohamed Kudus came in clutch in this match. Credit to him and Salisu getting on the score sheet here. It looked like they were going to allow Korea to come back into this game, but what can you say? The Ajax youngster, he came up big for his country, and it's a deserved win. It's a very much so deserved win. Ghana didn't capitulate after giving up a 2-0 lead when Korea came back from Cho Gui-sung's goals. could have won this match for the Black Stars. We'll see what they are capable of going forward. Korea's not out of it yet, but they're in a tight spot right now.